Welcome back to a brand new video. You probably won't be able to tell, but I am not at Miracle Mountain. It's got a very similar vibe and a very similar feel, but I have come further north to catch up with a family of 5 who are living off-grid and doing some really exciting projects that I can't wait to have a look at myself. And I thought it'd be really cool to bring you guys along because they're doing hydropower as well. And hydropower is something that I really want to do at Miracle Mountain because why not? Free power 24/7. Let's go meet them. So I've just parked up and the first thing that caught my eye was this incredible cabin where Kayla and Badger and the kids actually live. And if you go inside...
As if by magic, we're here waiting.
Here they are. So yeah, this is Kayla,
Hi.
Badger.
Hello.
The kids are at school, that's right.
Yeah, kids are at school, and we've got some time to work and, finally meet you. It's great.
But look at this place, it's absolutely incredible.
Thanks.
Show me around.
Right, so it was originally a storage barn and we were living in our bus. We'd been travelling around Europe, but with 3 children, a dog, a cat. We adopted a sausage dog, it was just too much. So Badger transformed this storage barn into our house, basically.
It's incredible, you got a nice little kitchen going on here.
Yeah, just don't look at all the mess, isn't it?
It's tidier than my house.
But everything we've used is kind of recycled, as sustainable as possible, and yeah, we've kind of binge-bodged it together, but it's
Yeah, we keep
working.
adding to it. So it was going to be like, we were going to stay in the bus and we were just going to use this as like a social kitchen and somewhere to stay. And it was like, oh, we might as well have bedrooms and all the rest of it. So it's turned into like a tiny 4-bedroom house whilst we built the other one.
And you guys have a YouTube channel as well, don't
We
you?
do, yeah, it's called The Scotters, so yeah.
Head on over.
Yeah, that's how I found these guys. And yeah, this place, I watched this place being built. I'm just trying to step back so I can just show the beauty of it. But all of the wood burn is incredible. You got this lovely lounge area over here. And then you've got, this staircase is so cool.
So up here, okay, it is quite messy up here. But up here is our bedroom. So we sleep up there. Go have a look.
Yeah, let's go up these stairs.
There
They're
we
beautiful.
are safe.
Yeah, they're really nice. Really cool. Oh, you got plenty of space up there.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks super cozy. No, I really like it. It is a cabin, isn't it?
There's a cabin in
It is
the
a
woods.
cabin in the woods. It literally is. Yeah, the what do we call it? The Biney Tarnhouse.
Biney
And
Townhouse.
it's such a lifesaver.
It has actually changed everything. Like then now we've got the energy and the space to be able to kind of relax and do homework and all that kind of stuff with the children, that we can put everything into the Stonehouse and start building that, which is, well, we'll have to show you.
I mean, it's a lot of hard work. I can see the hard work that's gone into this place.
Yeah.
You've done a cracking job.
It was a bit of a slog to get it done, but
It was. It's just a medley of stuff that was left over and stuff that we could build like cheaply with. Was the idea to keep it as cheap as possible so we could go full leather for the Stonehouse.
Yeah, it's so satisfying building your own project.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's 100%.
but yeah, we've got 3 bedrooms down here for the children. So it is, everything is small and kind of, I'll turn these lights off actually. But it's all functional, they've all got their own bedroom.
Oh, it's
That's
amazing.
The Trixie's room.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely.
And then the 2 big kids are down here.
You just never know from the outside.
No, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like a TARDIS, it really is.
But actually, even though the rooms are small, they've got all their Lego and stuff that, is perfectly doable. And then we've got a little bathroom.
Bathroom is the godsend of living in a bus, was finally having a bathroom, somewhere to shower that wasn't like cramped up in the caravan and all the rest, of just finally some space to breathe and be able to like really go for it.
Yeah, a bath.
I know.
Oh, it's just so important. So that cabin is so inspiring. The fact that they've built their own place that their whole family can live in. And there's beautiful flowers outside. We're right almost tucked away on the side of a mountain. It's absolutely beautiful. I can hear the sounds of the river running in the distance. It really is beautiful. And now we're going to check the Stonehouse that they've also been building that is in progress, which they will move into as soon as it's finished.
Why do I use Squarespace? If you have a shop on your site, then with the flexible payment options, checkout has never been easier. You can accept credit cards, PayPal, and even offer buy now, pay later with Afterpay and Klarna. With Squarespace Blueprint AI, their guided design system takes the guesswork out of building your own website. Using the prompts, you can choose what you'd like and go from there. Terms like SEO can be off-putting, but simply put, they optimize your site and help it stand out in the search results with their integrated SEO tools. You can get discovered by more people faster, and with their fluid engine customization, it's all at your fingertips. Drag, drop, and create on the go with ease. You don't need to worry about understanding code or messing around with heavy technical features, and Squarespace is designed with the user in mind. So if you haven't already, then definitely click the link in my description or head to squarespace.com/indieprojects or use the code indieprojects for a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
So we are just on the way to the Stonehouse project, and I love these tyre steps that they've made. That's really cool.
Everything is very recycled and homemade,
Your
but
dad made
rustic.
those, didn't he? He came over and he'd fall, it was just a slope.
Yeah.
And he fell down and he was like, I need to sort that out. So he got some tyres and dug them in. It's great, and he's been there ever since.
And this is a workshop.
So this is Badger's man shed / workshop, which we finished a couple of months ago, I think.
Yeah, not long ago. Basically, we would, with all the projects going on around everywhere, the tools were just splayed everywhere. So we're like, right, we need a hub to put everything and put them in.
Yeah, I'm
This
sure you
became
can
my little
appreciate
man
that.
cave. And that was my workshop, that is now what we live in. So this is like a slight downgraded small version of it, but it's great. It means we have everything in our, where we need it, and we're ready to go every day.
So what was the importance of having this workshop?
Basically, just with all the projects we've got going on, it was impossible to keep track of where everything was. And also, it rains a lot in northern Portugal, so carrying on with projects was essential to have somewhere dry and be able to use the tools, really. So it was essential to get all of our stuff in here, and it gives us somewhere to work. It's great.
I fully understand why Badger prioritised the workshop, because at the off-grid property that I renovated, I never had a workshop, and I learned that was a bad idea, because literally you're working outside, you have to take your tools in and out every single day, you have to work in the sun, in the rain, it's absolutely brutal. So when we finally bought Miracle Mountain, that is why I created a workshop, and the first thing I did was to create the workshop, so I had a place to work out of the elements. It's important. Okay, so leading on from the workshop, I'm entering this lovely area that looks like a kitchen garden.
It sure is a kitchen garden. Now you've seen Badger's workshop, which is his man cave. This is like my lady cave, kind of. Sounds really
I'm keeping that in.
I'm not very good with my words. Right, this is my area, which I love. It's not my lady cave.
And you got rabbits.
We have rabbits. I think they're hiding. So we've got we've got 3 children, but the girls got rabbits for their birthday. So that's their area.
And what kind of stuff are you growing?
So I'm still, as everything is still, as you know, a work in constantly working on it.
Always.
Always. So we've got some onions, chard, spring onions, lettuce. These all need to be finished, but they are old pallets, which each bed cost us like €6. So everything that we're trying to do here is kind of recycled, sustainable. We're completely off grid. We want to grow more vegetables, but we're working on that. So, it's a process, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that about you guys. You reuse everything.
Everything.
I mean, look at that.
So this is the kitchen, the garden kitchen garden. And up here, so these old doors we got off Facebook, they were like €60 for all of them. And when we were living in the bus, before we had the barn, this was our main kitchen. This is where I did all the cooking, and it's kind of where we were. So it was kind of very outdoor living.
It's really cool. And where did all this round wood come from? Is that from the property?
Yeah, just from the forest. So everything that had fallen down, some bits we had cut down, but most of it was reclaimed and found in the forest.
Really cool.
So yeah, it was all kind of functioning, and now it's more of a potting shed. When we have barbecues and friends over, this is kind of our main hub as such.
Yeah, it's a good entertaining space.
Yeah, it's nice. And the sun goes down right there, so it's like a perfect kind of sundowners, cold beers. Yeah, it's a little area. I love it here. I mostly just potter around, don't I?
Yeah.
So far already, this is so inspiring. I've already got so many ideas that I can take away and kind of utilise for myself on my own project as well. And I can see in the distance, there's a swimming pool and then a beautiful stone house that they're renovating. Check this out. So you can just see the house in the distance with the beautiful view overlooking the hills, but there's a swimming pool. What's that about?
Well, there is a swimming pool. It's a work in progress.
Living lavish.
I know. Well, I've been desperate to build a swimming pool since we got here. Just on those super hot days, you just need somewhere to plunge into, and the river is ice cold, and it's somewhere for the kids to play. And they get 12 weeks summer holiday, and when they're off, we need the best babysitter in the world, which is the swimming pool. So we are in progress at the moment of testing it with all the weight and all the structure of the swimming pool, and then we're going to build a nice deck round it, which is going to match the house, and it should look mega. But everything on this property is always in work in progress, which is where we are now, which is why we've got bits of wood sticking up everywhere. But temporarily, while it's hot, it's a great place for the kids to keep them busy.
So moving on from the swimming pool, we are now at the Stonehouse project.
Yeah, so this is going to be our forever home. It's just, a work in progress. It's taking a long time, but hopefully it's going to be amazing. So I'll show you inside.
So you've added this extension recently?
So yeah, the original building is these two kind of stone parts, which I'll show you when you go inside. It'll be a bit clearer. And then we have added this part, which is the kitchen. And this is all new, this wall and stuff. So it was originally a farmhouse. Our neighbour's grandmother was actually born in this house, and we worked out that was probably 150 years ago. So yeah, it's got a lot of history. We were finding loads of little old bottles and crockery and stuff. So it's amazing to have, that kind of part of that history, which we want to celebrate, but equally put our own stamp on. So that's the new kitchen part, is our stamp. But yeah, I'll show you upstairs, up here.
One of the things that really stands out on this Stonehouse project is the roof. I watched Badger build this roof on the channel, and doing a single pitch roof is hard enough, but a hipped roof, it's so technical, and he's done such an amazing job. So this is the beautiful roof in question. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you, mate. Yes, this was an absolute headache. I've never built one on my own before, and the maths involved was just it was burning my brain, wasn't it?
It was burning my brain watching it.
And then I thought, I would finish with this one, and then the bathroom roof was even more complicated with the walls. Yeah, you'll see that in a second. But yeah, I'm really proud of this, and it worked out just perfect. And I know that because once I tiled it, it was all the same all the way around. So I was huge sigh of relief that it was all done and dusted at that point, and it was right.
But one of the massive things that everything, I keep saying, is recycled, reused and reclaimed. So all the time I was Badger, these are the tiles I want, and his brain was whew. So they're so old, they're wonky, they're all different shapes and sizes. So that was a massive headache.
Well, and also, they're all different brands, so they don't fit together. So hence why we tiled one side and had to take it off again. It's been an absolute headache, and I cannot wait for this roof to be finished and left behind.
It's such an amazing space though. I mean, look at the size of it.
Yeah, so I really wanted it to have a really open feel. The rest of the house is very cottagey and old, but this is the kitchen, which is the hub of our house. I love cooking, we've got 3 children, so we wanted big windows, entertaining space.
Just loads of light coming in.
Loads of light, loads of food, loads of beer.
And the view. The view was just made everything. From here, slightly elevated, and that view of the mountain and the valley running down there is just, it's unbelievable.
Special.
So we're just leaving the extension, which is, you said, the kitchen area.
So yeah, that will be the main kitchen breakfast room. And this granite wall is the old house, which we're going to leave exposed into the kitchen to kind of celebrate the old house.
It's beautiful stone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? The kind of yellowy tones.
Okay, so through this doorway that you've opened up.
Yeah.
And into, so what will this be?
So this will be the snug, the living room as such. It's small, it's compact, but actually, you know, once you get a sofa, TV, little log burner, it's kind of all we need.
Right, I'm just going to try and step down. Apparently this moves a little bit.
It's a bit of a...
Lucky
Okay,
I was a
we're not known
skateboarder.
for our health and safety.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is a good size as well, like loads of height.
Yeah, so we're going to keep the ceilings vaulted, and up here I'm hoping, I keep coming up with all these ideas and Badger has to kind of follow them through, but to take out a row of these rocks to have a window to kind of get that morning sunshine into here. But
That'd
we'll
be
see how
nice.
that works. We'll see. So yeah, snug room, and then this used to be the old kitchen of the house. It had all fallen down and we had this stone work rebuilt, and this will be the bathroom.
The pitch and the height of the roof is amazing. It just gives the feel of even more space, and that doorway is massive.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? So this, yeah, originally was the old kitchen, now going to be the bathroom. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do in here, but slowly but surely.
Okay, so to give some context, we were just in the bathroom, which is in there, and then this area is like a living room, chill out area,
Snug area,
Yeah.
and then
TV.
we walk through this doorway.
Through here
Sleeping quarters.
to, which will be the bedrooms.
Nice, another good size. Like on video, it just doesn't
Really,
feel
it's
as big.
so hard. I know, like when obviously we, you know, share on YouTube, and it's so hard to get the angles right and show people how big it is. But we are actually going to have 4 bedrooms in here. We've got 3 children. So we're going to be on the top floor and have the whole top floor as our bedroom. The 2 girls are going to be on this level.
So you put in this false floor, so that's going to be Wilfred's bedroom.
So yeah, Wilfred's bedroom downstairs, the 2 girls on this level, and then we're up here. But we have put the floor in before the roof, which probably doesn't make much sense. We need to climb up, don't we, and fix this roof because it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, basically when you're up there and the timbers are rotten and it's about 8 metres to the ground to bedrock, I was a little bit shaky after that. So I was like, if we build all the floors up on the inside, I can stand inside and rebuild this roof, because building that one off a ladder was just too much. So like, yeah, safety-wise, we're going to build the floors up and then do the roof, is the plan.
One thing that I absolutely love is all of the level changes.
Yeah, it's
Like
amazing,
it's not
isn't
flat
it?
at all, is it?
No.
But it gives it so much character.
It's it looks like a massive house, but actually it's kind of small but kind of big. It's really hard because it is on a slope and at all different levels. Yeah, it's hard to get a grips of where it lays in the land.
And look at that view. It's just perfect. I absolutely love this original doorway. Like this wooden door is
Amazing,
incredible.
isn't it?
So this is underneath.
Yes, originally this is where the animals slept, but this will be Wilfred's bedroom. But yeah, it's amazing. It feels like the Flintstones built it. I have no idea how they moved these stones back in the day, because it is a seriously old house.
Oh, it's going to keep it lovely and cool in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah, it should do. We've just taken these massive beams down, which we need to carry out. There's a lot of work to do still, but hopefully soon it will be a beautiful bedroom.
So that view from the garden is absolutely beautiful. I bet you can't wait to enjoy it.
It's pretty special, and in the summer the sun sets directly in the middle, so the whole kitchen is just flooded with like the most beautiful sunset. It's very magic. Was the main selling point of this place. This area here we're just going to leave as a lawn, a little wall that will lead up onto the swimming pool, then to the outdoor kitchen. So hopefully, I'm all about the flow, and hopefully it kind of like flow nicely for the outdoor, indoor living. Yeah, should be good. Should be good.
So we are now walking into a more wild area of the property, and look at this. There's literally just a casual waterfall hanging out. How much land have you got?
I think it's about 2 hectares, isn't it?
Yeah, just under 2 hectares.
But we've kind of zoned it into different areas. We've got like the main living area, the barn area, vegetable area, and then this area we just want to leave as wild as possible and kind of have, leave it to nature.
It's a lot to maintain, isn't it? If you don't, having areas that are left to wild to look after themselves, it's also super beautiful.
Yeah, obviously you know about that, having to look after such a, large space.
Yeah, 2 hectares is actually like a really nice size for a property. Like you can keep on top of everything. So as we get further up, there's just this beautiful forest area, and there's water absolutely everywhere. Look at that, just flowing from all different directions. And apparently this is where you first got your water when you moved here.
It is, yeah, exactly. So this is our first spring. We the old owner told us about. You can see the pipe's still in there. When we first moved here, there was no infrastructure at all. There was just the Stonehouse. So we were collecting our water from here and using the solar panels on the bus for our electricity. And well, we'll show you what we've done now. But yeah, that's the first point.
How cool.
Yeah, and it's the most delicious water, I have to say.
One thing I will say about this property is it's just got a really good vibe. Just feels like a very calming place to be. It's lovely. You don't get that on every property, that's for sure. Sometimes things feel off, but this place, yeah, they might not be able to get rid of me. So this valley with the river running down it is absolutely stunning. Is this what made you essentially buy the property?
100%. Well, when we first came to look at it, we just saw the stone house and the terraces near it. And the guy that was showing us around didn't even tell us it had the river, which was just mind-blowing. So Badger went for an explore and he was like, it's got a river, which is the border of our property. And that was an instant yes. Like, I basically cried that night because I was like, I have to have this place. And it is just the most magical place. I don't know, it's just got like such a nice vibe. And yeah, in the winter, it's crazy. It's so much water. And in the summer, it kind of trickles through and all the wildlife. Yeah, it's a special place.
So we are now gaining elevation and you can probably hear the river. It is flowing really strongly and it's so beautiful. There's mossy stones everywhere and it looks like we might actually have to cross the river right now because we are heading to the source of where they get their hydropower from. I'm going to follow Badger because he knows where he's going, but we are just about to cross the river. How beautiful is that? And over here, there's a lovely pool. There's so many different pools along the river that you could swim in. And the dog is having a great time. Absolutely loving it, but I need to be careful now and see if I can not fall over.
Oh, well done, mate.
I made it. So there's a really big pipe in the riverbed here, which I'm assuming is the start of the hydropower system.
That's it, mate. You got it. That's exactly what it is. And when we first got here on the land, we were exploring and finding stuff, and we found this pool. And this channel was always the waterway towards our land. And we just thought, with the elevation it's at compared to our land, we can get some power out of this. So one of the first things, before we even made a house, we bought our hydro system. So it starts up here at the higher elevation, and it makes its way down 300 metres, meandering all the way through our land underground until it pops up by the turbine, which is right at the very other end at the lowest point.
You were a plumber by trade, weren't you?
Yeah, so essentially I knew how to connect all these pipes together, but I didn't know how this system was going to work. So it is a little bit Heath Robinson. It's an old water valve, bolted some bolts of wood to try and create this door and create a tank for somewhere for the water to store to flow down to the turbine. But it's a 90 mil pipe that goes 300 metres. So it's a hell of a lot of water to keep inside and control the air and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a headache, but it's been an absolute blessing since we've had it done.
I completely understand where Badger's coming from, because when you live off grid or you live on a farm and you need to build stuff, sometimes you just have to use what's available to you, and nothing is going to be perfect. You have to, you can't be a perfectionist really when you live this lifestyle. You just have to make sure that everything's practical and working smoothly, and you keep up with the maintenance. This area where the source of the water comes from is absolutely stunning. You can see there's this pool and it overflows into this really fine mesh screen, which obviously gets rid of all of the debris and things that you don't want in the water pipe. So this looks like a beautiful little swimming hole.
Yeah, so it was completely overgrown when we first moved here. But this is just like the natural pool shape, and we've built like a little decking area, and in the summer when it gets super hot, as you know, like this is an absolute lifesaver, especially for the Labrador. She's down here most days. But yeah, it's beautiful. Dragonflies, and the children are convinced there's fairies here, so it's quite a special place.
Everywhere I look, there's just water and waterfalls and beautiful trees. It really does remind me of Miracle Mountain. And I can see the pipe here, and if I follow it down in the distance, I can actually see where all of the water ends up, just down there. And on top of that IBC is actually where the turbine is.
This is the other end of the system. The pipe comes all the way down here and gets pushed through a tiny little 11mm jet which spins the peloton and makes all the energy which is in an electromagnet and sent up to the solar system, which we get 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day. We get between, at the moment we've got one jet on because the water levels are lower, which is about 400 watts. And then in the winter we get about 700 to 800 watts all the time, which means actually we're overflowing with energy. So at the moment we've got a heater on, it's 35 degrees. We've got a heater on heating the house up because we've got nowhere for the electricity to go. But it's been an absolute lifesaver for us coming through the winter months where we just don't have enough solar to keep the batteries topped up. This is just working 24/7, no breaks, just filling the batteries up all the time. It's just an absolute lifesaver when you live off grid. And then the other amazing thing is once the water's come here, it literally just goes straight back into the river. So we're taking nothing away at all. It just comes down, feeds around, straight back in.
So just as we were walking back to the house, I noticed that you have pigs.
We do. So these are, we've actually got 4 pigs. The male pig is in the naughty corner because he keeps escaping and trying to have babies with these guys. So he's got his own pen on the other side of the forest. But these 3 are, our pets. And basically, coonies are really good at grazing. Well, they're supposed to be really good at grazing. They've got this whole forest and the whole field where the turbine is. But they're very lazy, so they just kind of hang around here waiting for their grain. But they're very friendly. The children absolutely love them. So yeah, they're here to stay.
Hello, mate. She literally just lay down.
With their legs up.
Oh, they're adorable. You're adorable. So that is it once again for another video. I am a sweaty mess. Make sure you go and follow the Scotters on YouTube to see their ongoing progress. But what an amazing location. What a place for their whole family to reside here in Portugal. Unbelievable. I get really inspired by looking around other people's projects. So let me know if this is something you enjoyed, if this is something you'd like to see more of, and I could visit more interesting people doing really cool things. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll catch you on the next video.